is the strategy that worked for you in this paper one, Shubhamji?
Sir, I fully agree with Darpan's strategy. I approached it in a similar manner. For example, word history notes were only 3 or 4 pages long by the end. So what I did is I did not focus way too much on the static concepts from which not many questions would appear. So I only wrote down those things which I could remember. For example, in a question on labor movement or peasant movement in modern history, I only had 1 or 2 paras with me, which I could replicate easily anywhere along with other things. So I tried to make short and crisp notes for multiple revision, tens of revisions before mains.
It has been seen in paper one, there are certain areas like water stress. So Niti Aayog gave a detailed report. So every year certain national institutions gave some reports, and UPSC picks the question from those reports directly. So did you read those reports entirely, or like you have prepared something as per the demand of the question, so that certain keywords which are used in those reports, you have used it? How you prepared? Because there is a paucity of time. So what was your strategy about the reports which the national institutions, like National Health Family Survey, it comes on a periodic basis with some facts which are really very starting to see, like infant mortality rates are going down in country or picking up somewhere. So what was your approach towards these questions, Shubhamji?
Sir, I did not read any of these reports. However, I searched for their key points online. For example, NFHS 4 is extensively used in population geography, and even in GS1 topics. So I only look for key recommendations and the data points because I don't think I could have remembered the entire report or even the crux of it if I had to.
How did you manage, Darpan, to read the reports or like the compilations for those reports?
So actually my background is that of a medico. So I don't like to read synopsis and all. So I used to download them from their official website itself, but not the whole. I didn't read the whole report because that would be just a waste of time. I used to focus on the executive summary. Secondly, the various diagrams and the timeline. So I think if everybody reads the same material, then we would not be able to add the streak of innovation to the paper. So for me, having diagrams and timelines, it really worked wonders. For example, chemical disasters are in news. So when we open their guidelines, there will be a timeline given of the previous examples of the chemical disaster. So say one gives a definition. After that, we can always draw the timeline. I think it adds to the value addition. And telemedicine in the times of the pandemic. So telemedicine guidelines have been given by Niti Aayog. So I read them and just had an A4 sheet paper and noted all the timelines along with the diagrams in that itself. So instead of reading or making multiple notes, I just had one page, one glance, and that is enough.
I think it helped you in revision also.
Yes.
And apart from this, there is a section which is geography. Like there is a question, if I remember, it is on ocean currents. Did you make some maps also related to ocean current? Because the question of ocean current was on the, if I remember correctly, on the some marine life coastal environment, how ocean currents and water masses are disturbing or helping. And they asked certain examples, and it's a, I think, 250-word question, if I'm not wrong. So making the diagrams, especially the questions which is relating you with geography, which is asking you to interlink geography and environment, would help you, or did you make the diagrams in the copy, or like you only wrote the simple answers?
So coming to the ocean current question, I think it's important both from prelims and mains point of view. So it depends upon the time we have in actual condition. If one has time, then one can hastily draw the whole world map and draw the ocean currents. But I think as far as I remember, what I did was, like, I wrote one point about fishing banks. So I drew all the ocean currents around Japan. So that way one can save on time and also add diagrams to the answer. So diagrams in geography are very important.
What is your view on this, Shubhamji, about the usage of diagram? Is it a value addition to your answer?
Sir, since I am a student of geography, I extensively used word map and India map in all the GS 1, 2, 3. One key advantage it gave me, it saved upon a lot of writing time. It also filled the space in less words. So suppose in a question on ocean currents or water mass as it was, I might have drawn 2 or 3 diagrams and only written 150 to 200 words. The word count went down, but I explained my what I had to through diagrams extensively, especially in geography.
I believe that helps the life of the examiner also, he sees, okay, this man is giving this presentation for me for my easier task. So I think that also worked for you.